Hey, this is Chris Taylor here, Christian Taylor 4027. I'm here in my secret studio in the Northeast. I've got my Not Nam booth set up right now. Well, you can't really see that, but believe me, I have it set up. I do. But more importantly, I just had a meeting with the North American Guitar Council, and we've all been made aware of something that it's really affecting a lot of men, women, and children who happen to play guitar, especially electric guitarists. It's particularly bad in those who have once had a Marshall stack or a Saldano or some other stacky kind of an amp. You know, if you've had a Plexi and you sold it or you lost it or it was stolen or Auntie M took it or Cousin Kate or whatever, it's on long-term borrow. If you don't have that anymore, apparently this can really cause a lot of physical and mental suffering. Like I said, I was just with the North American Guitar Council. It was our biannual meeting. Um, I don't know if you realize this or not, but I'm going to be right up front about it. And this is really hard to admit, but yeah, I play through small amps. I do. I play through small amps. I play through a little Vox Pathfinder and a Monoprice 5-watt deal. And I recently got a Behringer HAR 20-watt deal. I like them. Um, I dream at night of having a stack again or two, or like a wall of Marshalls, like 18 Marshalls double stacks all set up like Yngwie had when I saw him. Be a little impractical to. I only have a tiny musical space here in my apartment. I got my little studio set up, and I'm thankful to have it. But boy, I dream of having those Marshalls. I'm on stage, got 18 Marshalls all fired up. It's loud, sounds really good. But what else did I learn? After you don't have a stack anymore and you get used to, you accept playing through small amps, and it really hurts when you go to a jam and you're laughed at, teased, and ridiculed, maybe run out of town for playing such small amps. Um, some of the symptoms include not wanting to play, depression and anger, craving a stack. No matter if you have the space or you don't have the space, you just crave a stack. Like I dream about it. Um, even my guitar, this guitar right here, this guitar that I've had for a long time. Sometimes it looks at me funny. Yep. Yeah, makes me feel bad. But, we don't have to suffer in silence and in the dark with our tears. There is help. And there's a lot of good clinical evidence that, even if you do, if you play small amps, there's no shame in that. It's perfectly reasonable. The gear you have, that's the gear you use, of course. And, if you only have a small musical space, and like I do, and I'm thankful to have it, but still craving those 18 Marshalls like Yngwie, it was hilarious. He had the rest of the band all cordoned off on like a third of the stage, and 2/3 of the stage was for him and his Marshalls. God, that was loud. Yep. So, what you need to do, and I've been doing it a little bit, and it helps. It really helps. Play your small amps, and even if you play inexpensive guitars like I do, I play inexpensive guitars, and it's okay. It's all right. There's no shame in it. Sometimes I hide my head. You know, I've sanded the no-namer name off some of them. That's for another video. And what you want to do is regularly, like once, twice a week, whenever you can, when Cousin Kate's out of the house, Mom, Dad, when the neighbors aren't home, you just get that small amp and you turn it all the way up. Just turn it all the way up, loud as it'll go. And that goes a long way towards fighting off this small amp syndrome, and you'll see that small amps can be cool, and hey, a small amp, low wattage thing, it'll overdrive long before a 100-watt Marshall head, And nice as they are, the 100-watt Marshall heads, that is, got to turn them up real loud. You scare your pets. I turned up my little amps tonight. It scared my neighbor, scared my pets. I feel kind of bad a little bit, So that's what I recommend, and your little stack will be happy. And if you can, if it works out in your situation, if you have 3-4 small amps, stack them up, make your own little stack, even if you don't turn them on all at the same time, that's all right. Or I recently daisy chained 2 of my amps together. I hadn't done that before. I read about it, thought I'd try it. That was cool, even at low volume. I wonder what it sounded like on 11. Maybe next time everybody's out, but that doesn't happen very much, and I got to be careful not to scare my pets. Yep. So that's all I got to say about small amp syndrome. And if you have it, you have to address it. Don't pretend you don't have it. Don't suffer alone in the dark with your tears and your anger, your craving of big stacks, stacks and stacks of stacks. And I'll leave you with this little bit of word of wisdom, Maybe it'll help someone out there. But I have a baby Marshall, it runs on batteries. It looks like a Marshall Plexi or something, It's got that look. Looks like a little stack. I used to have a little Strat. I still have it. It was a mini Strat, about the right size for the baby Marshall. That was kind of funny. I got it here somewhere. You know how that is. But even a baby Marshall is a Marshall, So, and a little tip for you, that the Marshall amp, probably other battery-powered amps too, the little ones. Most of them have a headphone out, of course. And you run that into another amp, makes a good preamp, makes a good preamp. I've gotten some good sounds that way. So, if you have small amp syndrome, if it's bothering your life, your sleep, it's eroding your peace of mind, don't suffer in silence, Contact us here at the North American Guitar Council, and we'll send you out some literature, things that you can do, You got to realize that, if you don't have room for 20 Marshall stacks, double stacks, not everybody does. I sure don't, You got to realize that's not the best choice for you, Maybe get yourself a little practice amp, turn it up to 11, Rock out. So, I'm going to say peace out. Peace. Rock out. Don't scare your pets. Don't annoy your neighbors, your roommates, Cousin Kate, Al. Don't upset Al, And I hope if you realize you have small amp syndrome, SAS. If you realize you have SAS, you have to address it, And like I said, if you write us here at the North American Guitar Council, and we'll send you out some literature and some doctors who specialize with this in your area. There's not a lot of doctors dealing with this yet, but it's a widespread problem. I come to find out it's a widespread problem. So if you have it, take care of it, Don't wait, I have it. You're not the only one. So peace out. Like I said, Chris Taylor signing off for now. Good night.